avanzada.
¡Arriba! ¡Arriba!
The Mexican cartels are known for their terrifying power and ruthless tactics. But what happens when their terrifying encounters are caught on body cam? From high-stakes standoffs to dangerous confrontations, these intense encounters offer a rare glimpse into the chaos and terror that law enforcement faces every day. Buckle up, this is not for the faint of heart. In this video, we dive into some of the most disturbing Mexican cartel encounters caught on body cam. La Catrina's final stand, safe house raid. On January 10, 2020, Maria Guadalupe Lopez Esquivel, known as La Catrina, a 21-year-old CJNG hitwoman, met her end in a dramatic raid captured on body cam. Trapped in a safe house in Jalisco with other cartel members, La Catrina's final moments were a bloody testament to the relentless pursuit of CJNG by Mexican authorities. The footage, raw and heartbreaking, showed a young woman caught in the crossfire of a war she helped wage. The body cam video begins with federal police storming the safe house, their rifles raised as they breach the door. Gunfire erupts, with CJNG members firing back from fortified positions. La Catrina, wounded and cornered, is seen on the ground, her face and clothes soaked in blood, struggling to breathe. The footage captures her reaching out toward the camera, a desperate plea for help, as an officer tries to reassure her. Outside, CJNG gunmen block roads with burning vehicles to slow authorities, but military choppers arrive to extract the wounded. A second body cam clip shows a soldier carrying La Catrinado awaiting helicopter, her body limp. Despite efforts to save her, she died shortly after takeoff, her youth a stark contrast to her violent life. The footage, shared on social media, sparked mixed reactions. Some mourned her as a victim of circumstance, others condemned her as a killer. La Catrina's death was a blow to CJNG, but the cartel's roadblocks showed their resolve to protect their own. Before we continue, here is something that needs to be discussed. On December 7, 2022, a group of Mexican cartel members encountered a police vehicle. The encounter quickly turned into a war zone as the cartel members began to shoot at the police. The police officer was injured but was able to flee the scene quickly. If the cartels become more dangerous day by day, police might never be able to stop them. Juarez cartel ambush, Chihuahua firefight. In 2017, leaked police body camera footage revealed a harrowing ambush on Mexican officers in Madera, Chihuahua. As the patrol vehicle approached a cartel stronghold, gunfire erupted, forcing officers to seek cover behind their cruiser. Despite being caught off guard, the officers swiftly retaliated, engaging the assailants with assault rifles. The intense shootout, captured on video, highlighted the perilous conditions faced by law enforcement in regions dominated by drug cartels. This incident underscored the escalating violence in Mexico's northern states, where criminal organizations like the Juarez cartel exert significant influence. The footage not only showcased the bravery of the officers, but also brought international attention to the challenges of combating organized crime in the area. Such encounters have become alarmingly frequent, reflecting the broader struggle between Mexican authorities and powerful drug syndicates vying for control over lucrative trafficking routes. The Juarez cartel, once Mexico's most feared cartel, have splintered but remain a potent threat in Chihuahua, where they battle rivals like Sinaloa for control of smuggling routes. The body cam footage, leaked to local media, shocked viewers with its raw intensity, showing officers caught in a life-or-death struggle. Matamoros mayhem, cartel chase and shootout. On October 22, 2021, the border city of Matamoros, Tamaulipas became a war zone when Mexican military and police clashed with members of the Gulf Cartel in a wild chase and shootout. Captured on Bodycam, the incident began as a routine traffic stop, but spiraled into a citywide rampage, with cartel gunmen setting up blockades and torching vehicles. The footage, chaotic and intense, revealed the Gulf Cartel's brazen defiance and the high stakes of law enforcement in cartel territory. The encounter started when officers attempted to pull over suspicious vehicles in Matamoros, just across from Brownsville, Texas. Bodycam footage shows police approaching the vehicles, only to be met with a hail of gunfire. The cartel members, refusing to surrender, sped off, triggering a high-speed chase through the city streets. The Bodycam captures officers weaving through traffic, their sirens blaring, as cartel gunmen fire from moving vehicles. In a coordinated counterattack, the cartel erected 15 blockades across Matamoros, setting cars ablaze to slow pursuers. The confrontation resulted in the deaths of 3 Gulf Cartel members and 1 innocent bystander. Authorities also arrested 4 cartel associates and seized an armored vehicle and firearms. The incident underscored the escalating violence in the region and the Gulf Cartel's aggressive tactics to maintain control. Operation Black Swan, El Chapo's 2016 capture. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the infamous Sinaloa cartel kingpin, lived a life that seemed ripped from a Hollywood script. A master of escape, he slipped out of 2 maximum security Mexican prisons, first in 2001 via a laundry cart, and again in 2015 through a mile-long tunnel. But on January 8, 2016, in Los Mochis, Sinaloa, his luck ran out during Operation Black Swan, a raid that unfolded like a blockbuster action scene captured on Mexican Marines' body cams. This was the 3rd time authorities nabbed El Chapo, and the footage revealed the chaos that brought down one of the world's most wanted men. The operation kicked off after a tip pinpointed El Chapo's safe house. Mexican Marines, backed by intelligence from the DEA, stormed the compound at dawn, their body cams recording every pulse-pounding moment. The footage shows heavily armed Marines breaching the door, tossing grenades, and unloading a barrage of bullets as cartel gunmen returned fire. The house became a war zone, walls riddled with bullet holes, furniture shattered, and screams echoing through the chaos. The Marines swept room by room, shouting commands, their flashlights cutting through the smoke-filled darkness. El Chapo's bodyguards fought fiercely, but the Marines' training and firepower overwhelmed them. 5 cartel guards perished in the shootout, their bodies sprawled across the blood-soaked floor. El Chapo, ever the escape artist, fled through a secret passageway hidden behind a mirror, emerging into a storm drain. He surfaced miles away, stealing a car with an associate, only to be intercepted by federal police on a highway. The body cam footage from the highway capture shows a disheveled El Chapo, hands cuffed, his trademark baseball cap askew, as officers haul him into custody. The raid's success was a major blow to the Sinaloa cartel, which El Chapo had built into a global empire trafficking cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamine. But it came at a cost: 5 dead guards and a stark reminder of the cartel's willingness to die for their leader. On January 19, 2017, Mexico extradited El Chapo to the U.S., where he now resides in ADX Florence, Colorado's Supermax prison, serving a life sentence. Los Tlacos mass execution, social media horror. In 2021, Los Tlacos, a Guerrero-based cartel, posted a horrifying video on social media, showing the interrogation and execution of about 20 members of La Banda, a faction of the Gente Unido cartel. The footage, recorded by Los Tlacos, was a gruesome display of cartel justice, capturing the doomed men's final moments in chilling detail. The video, one of the most disturbing in recent memory, highlighted the brutality of Mexico's turf wars. The footage shows a masked Los Tlacos member taunting the 20 captives, who kneel with their hands cuffed behind their backs. The interrogator grabs their hair, points a gun at their faces, and demands their names and affiliations, his voice dripping with menace. "This plaza already has an owner," he declares, signaling that the executions are punishment for encroaching on Los Tlacos' territory. The video, which cuts off before the killings, leaves little doubt about the captives' fate, as such videos typically end in mass slaughter. Shared widely on X, The footage sparked horror and condemnation, with viewers reeling from the cartel's casual cruelty. Guerrero, one of Mexico's most violent states, is a battleground for Los Tlacos and rivals like La Familia Michoacana, with turf wars claiming countless lives. The bodycam-style video, used to assert dominance, was a stark reminder of the cartel's willingness to broadcast their atrocities, using social media as a weapon to instill fear. Ovidio Guzman's 2023 arrest, chaos in Culiacan. The saying, like father, like son, rings chillingly true for Ovidio Guzman, one of El Chapo's heirs who rose to power in the Sinaloa cartel after his father's extradition. Ovidio Guzman Lopez, known as El Raton, the Mouse, is one of El Chapo's sons who inherited leadership within the Sinaloa cartel after his father's extradition. Along with his brothers, Los Chapitos took control of the cartel's vast drug networks. On January 5, 2023, Mexican authorities tracked Ovidio to a family party in Culiacan, Sinaloa. The operation was a pre-dawn raid, quickly escalating into widespread violence. Bodycam footage and social media videos captured the chaos as the cartel retaliated fiercely to protect their leader. The raid began quietly, with military choppers and ground units approaching the property where Ovidio was hiding. He was caught off guard and arrested within minutes. However, within hours, Culiacan erupted into violence. Gunfights broke out, roadblocks were set up with burning vehicles, and looters raided businesses. The city was consumed by chaos as cartel members unleashed their wrath. Videos posted on social media showed cars on fire, civilians fleeing, and gunshots echoing through neighborhoods. The violence spread across Culiacan, Mazatlan, and Guasave, with reports of gunfire hitting planes at Culiacan's airport, forcing it to shut down. The cartel's retaliation left a toll of 10 soldiers, 19 gang members, and 1 police officer dead. Disturbing footage also surfaced online showing 2 young boys in a cartel vehicle holding large guns. The boys' expressions showed signs of trauma, indicating they were coerced into this life, but the weapons they held revealed they were now ready to follow orders. This chilling act highlighted the cartel's use of children to escalate the violence, sending a grim message to authorities about their willingness to do anything to maintain control. Ovidio's arrest also intensified tensions within the Sinaloa cartel, fueling a violent turf war between Los Chapitos and factions loyal to Ismael El Mayo Zambada. In September 2023, Ovidio was extradited to the U.S., where he pleaded not guilty to drug trafficking charges. His case and the violence surrounding his arrest show the powerful hold the cartel has over the region and the lengths they will go to protect their territory. Tropa del Infierno. Shootout 2020 Tamaulipas Clash. On July 4, 2020, a dramatic confrontation unfolded in Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, as the Mexican military clashed with the Tropa del Infierno, a notorious hit squad affiliated with the Cartel del Noreste. The group ambushed soldiers patrolling the highway to the airport, leading to a fierce gun battle. The military responded swiftly, resulting in the deaths of 12 gang members. Remarkably, no military personnel were injured in the shootout. Investigators recovered 2 stolen vehicles and a significant arsenal, including 2 Barrett .50 caliber sniper rifles and 8 AR-15s. The Tropa del Infierno, also known as Hell's Army, is a faction of the Cartel del Noreste, led by Juan Gerardo Trevino Chavez, alias El Huevo. The group gained notoriety in 2019 when a 16-year-old member was killed in a violent confrontation with state police. The July 2020 clash underscored the escalating violence in Tamaulipas, a region long dominated by the Gulf Cartel and the Zetas. The incident highlighted the ongoing power struggle among criminal organizations in northern Mexico. U.S. Coast Guard versus narco subs, 2019 interception. On June 18, 2019, the U.S. Coast Guard pulled off a jaw-dropping interception in the Pacific Ocean, capturing a semi-submersible narco sub loaded with over 17,000 pounds of cocaine. The operation, recorded on Bodycam, showcased the cat-and-mouse game between authorities and cartels, using stealth vessels to smuggle drugs. The footage, released publicly, is a heart-racing glimpse into the high-stakes world of maritime drug interdiction, where split-second decisions mean the difference between success and disaster. The body cam video begins with a Coast Guard cutter pursuing a fast-moving semi-submersible, barely visible above the water's surface. Painted blue to blend with the ocean, these vessels are designed to evade detection, with most of their structure submerged. A Coast Guard officer, strapped with a body cam, shouts commands in Spanish, ordering the vessel to stop. The narco sub ignores the warnings, its crew hoping to outrun the cutter. In a daring move, Coast Guard personnel leap onto the moving vessel, their body cams capturing the precarious boarding. They pry open the hatch, revealing 5 smugglers cramped inside, surrounded by tightly packed cocaine bales. The operation detained the 5 alleged smugglers, who were handed over to the DEA for prosecution. The seizure was a triumph, but it highlighted a grim reality. The Coast Guard intercepts only 11% of narco subs, which are increasingly favored by Central and South American cartels. These vessels, often built in jungle shipyards, are nearly undetectable without prior intelligence or aircraft. One Coast Guard member, interviewed later, explained their challenge. They blend in. Most of the vessels are underwater, and they're designed to sink quickly, destroying evidence. The smugglers, often armed, are prepared for confrontations, making each interception a high-risk gamble. The 2019 encounter underscored the cartel's ingenuity and the relentless demand driving their operations. The 17,000 pounds of cocaine, valued at millions, was a drop in the bucket for cartels like Sinaloa and CJNG, which dominate the global drug trade. Cartel retribution, head-shaving incident. In 2022, a disturbing video went viral on social media, showing cartel members in Los Reyes, Michoacán, shaving a woman's head as punishment for a perceived slight. The footage, captured by the cartel's own cameras, revealed the chilling tactics used to enforce their authority, turning a minor dispute into a public spectacle of humiliation. The incident underscored the cartel's brutal control over communities and their readiness to punish even the smallest acts of defiance. The video shows a hooded man in camouflage, wielding an electric hair clipper, standing beside a white van. A woman in a purple blouse assists him, holding down a frightened woman in a white shirt as her hair is forcibly shaved. The victim's face is etched with fear, her body trembling as the clipper buzzes. According to local media, the woman had honked at cartel members and asked them to move their vehicle, an act they deemed disrespectful. In retaliation, the cartel, believed to be Los Viagras, subjected her to this degrading punishment, filming it to send a message. The footage, shared widely on platforms like X, sparked outrage but also fear among residents who recognized the cartel's power to act with impunity. Los Viagras, a splinter group operating in Michoacán, is notorious for extortion and public displays of violence to maintain control. The video's raw cruelty, amplified by the casual demeanor of the perpetrators, highlighted the cartel's psychological warfare, using humiliation to cow communities into submission. For the victim, the incident was a traumatic reminder of the cartel's unchecked dominance. Birdwatchers' terrifying encounter. In 2020, 2 American birdwatchers from Indiana embarked on a 3,000-mile journey to Cancun, Mexico, hoping to photograph rare species. Instead, they found themselves staring down the barrels of cartel guns in a heart-stopping encounter captured on their own cameras. The watchers, driving through Quintana Roo's rural areas, were focused on spotting birds when a truck roared past, kicking up dust. Moments later, armed men in tactical gear surrounded their vehicle, their rifles pointed directly at the terrified Americans. The bodycam-style footage recorded by the couple's dashboard camera captures their panic. "Oh my God, they have guns! Jesus, go, go, go!" The woman's voice trembles as she pleads with her partner to flee, but the cartel members block their path, shouting commands in Spanish.
Go, 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 no, please.
Miraculously, the cartel spared the couple, warning them not to proceed further down the road. "You're not in danger," one gunman said, his tone cold but calm. "But turn back." The couple, shaking, complied, driving away from what could have been a deadly encounter. The footage, later shared online, showed the stark contrast between the serene jungle and the sudden terror of cartel intervention. Local reports suggested the men belonged to a faction controlling the area, possibly CJNG, which has expanded into Quintana Roo's tourist zones. This encounter highlighted the cartel's omnipresence, even in areas marketed as safe for tourists. Cancun, despite its pristine beaches, has seen rising cartel activity, with CJNG and Sinaloa vying for control of drug routes. The birdwatchers' footage, raw and unfiltered, served as a wake-up call for travelers, proving that no one is immune to the cartel's reach. Couple's daring escape, cartel confrontation. In another harrowing 2022 incident, a Mexican couple faced a life-or-death encounter with cartel gunmen, captured on their car's dashboard camera. The footage, which surfaced online, showed the couple's split-second decision to defy armed cartel members, resulting in a daring escape that could have ended in tragedy. The incident, set in an undisclosed location, underscored the constant threat cartels pose to ordinary citizens caught in their crosshairs. The video begins with the couple driving along a quiet road when a group of armed men in tactical gear blocks their path. The bodycam-style footage captures the cartel members approaching, one yanking open the driver's side door and attempting to pull the husband out. Guns raised, the cartel members shout commands, their faces obscured by masks. The wife in the passenger seat refuses to surrender, urging her husband to act. Go! Hit the gas! Her voice is steady despite the terror, a testament to her resolve. In a moment of sheer courage, the husband floors the accelerator, the car lurching forward as cartel members scramble to react. The footage shows the vehicle speeding away, bullets narrowly missing as the couple escapes into the distance. The video, shared on social media, went viral, with viewers praising the couple's bravery while lamenting the lawlessness that allowed such an encounter. Local reports suggested the cartel could be CJNG or a rival faction, but authorities never confirmed their identity. CJNG interrogation, Concepcion de Buenos Aires ambush. On an unspecified date in 2022, a chilling video surfaced on social media, showing armed cartel members interrogating police officers in Concepcion de Buenos Aires, Jalisco. The footage, recorded by the cartel, depicted a rival group targeting officers suspected of ties to the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, revealing the deadly mistrust fueling cartel turf wars. The video's raw intensity and the officers' fear offered a stark glimpse into the cartel's brutal justice. The footage shows two male officers and one female officer kneeling in front of a patrol car, their hands bound, as a masked interrogator demands information. "Who are the officials supporting the four letters?" he barks, referring to CJNG by its Spanish initials. The officers, visibly terrified, stammer responses, their faces pale under the glare of the cartel's flashlights. The interrogator, backed by armed men in tactical gear, presses for names, threatening violence. The video cuts off abruptly, leaving the officer's fate unclear, but such interrogations often end in execution. The armed group, believed to be a rival cartel like Sinaloa or Los Viagras, used the video to assert dominance and expose alleged corruption within the police. Jalisco, a CJNG stronghold, is a battleground for cartels vying for control of drug routes and ports. The footage, shared widely on X, sparked debate about police complicity, with many residents expressing fear that cartels could target law enforcement with impunity. This encounter was a grim reminder of the cartel's power to challenge state authority, using body cam-style videos to amplify their terror. El Lodo's deadly ambush, 2018 Almoloya attack. On October 28, 2018, Edgar Morales Tranquilino, known as El Largo or El Grande, a suspected member of La Familia Michoacana, led a deadly ambush against police in Almoloya, Hidalgo. The attack, captured on bodycam, killed 4 officers from the State Public Security Secretariat, highlighting the cartel's ruthless tactics and willingness to target law enforcement. El Lodo's eventual capture and confession revealed the chilling planning behind the assault. The bodycam footage, recorded by responding officers, shows police vehicles under heavy fire on a rural highway. Cartel gunmen, led by El Lodo, unleash a barrage of bullets from hidden positions, catching the officers off guard. The footage captures the chaos, officers scrambling for cover, their radios crackling with desperate calls for backup. The 4 officers, overwhelmed by the cartel's firepower, are cut down, their bodies slumped in their vehicles. The attackers, numbering 8, filmed the ambush themselves, later sharing the footage to boast of their victory. El Lodo evaded capture for months, but Mexican authorities finally apprehended him in 2019. During interrogation, he confessed to orchestrating the ambush with 7 other La Familia Michoacana members, admitting they targeted the officers to protect cartel operations in Hidalgo. The body cam footage, combined with the cartel's own video, painted a grim picture of a coordinated attack designed to send a message: no one, not even the police, is safe. La Familia Michoacana, once a dominant force, continues to wield influence through such acts of terror. CJNG Takedown, Michoacan Massacre. In May 2015, Mexican authorities delivered a devastating blow to the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, in one of the deadliest operations in the drug war. Captured on body cam, the raid in Michoacan killed 42 CJNG members and arrested 3, but cost the life of 1 federal police officer. The footage, a 3-hour testament to the ferocity of the clash, showcased the government's resolve to confront CJNG's growing power, even as it highlighted the human toll of the conflict. The operation targeted a large property in Tanhuato, Michoacan, where intelligence suggested CJNG gunmen were hiding. Marines, federal police, and state authorities descended on the site, only to be met with heavy gunfire. Body cam footage shows officers advancing through fields, their rifles raised, as cartel snipers fire from fortified positions. The battle raged for hours, with the body cam capturing explosions, shouted commands, and the relentless chatter of automatic weapons. The CJNG fighters, entrenched and well-armed, fought to the death, leaving 42 bodies in the aftermath. The military seized 36 heavy weapons, including assault rifles, a grenade launcher, and thousands of rounds of ammunition, a haul that underscored CJNG's military-grade arsenal. The lone police officer's death was a somber reminder of the risks faced by law enforcement. The body cam footage, partially released, stunned the public, with its scale rivaling a wartime operation. Casas Grandes Shootout, Chihuahua Clash. In February 2020, a chaotic shootout on the Casas Grandes highway in Chihuahua left 5 suspected cartel members dead and 2 arrested, including a woman, after a 10-minute firefight with police. Captured on body cam, the incident unfolded in a desert area, offering a gritty look at the relentless violence in one of Mexico's most contested regions. The footage, raw and unfiltered, showed law enforcement's struggle against an emboldened enemy. The body cam video begins with police pursuing a convoy of cartel vehicles, their sirens piercing the desert silence. As officers attempt to intercept, the suspects open fire, their automatic weapons blazing. The footage shows police taking cover behind their trucks, returning fire with assault rifles. The shootout, lasting over 10 minutes, is a blur of muzzle flashes and shouted orders. One officer, struck in the leg, grimaces but continues fighting, his body cam capturing the pain and determination. The 5 dead suspects, believed to be Zetas or Sinaloa affiliates, lay scattered across the highway, their weapons beside them. The 2 arrested, including a woman, were taken into custody, their fates unclear. The body cam footage, later leaked, highlighted the intensity of the encounter and the cartel's willingness to engage in open combat. Chihuahua, a key smuggling corridor, remains a battleground, with such clashes a near-daily occurrence. The footage was a stark reminder of the human cost borne by both sides in this endless war. CJNG's firepower display, propaganda video. In 2021, CJNG released a controversial video showcasing their military might, recorded by cartel members to flaunt their loyalty to leader El Mencho. The footage, shared across social media, featured a convoy of armored vehicles and heavily armed militants resembling a private army. The video, mistaken by some for Mexican military footage, sent shockwaves through the public, revealing CJNG's brazen confidence and unmatched resources. The body cam style video shows a cartel member calmly narrating as he pans across rows of modified trucks, each bristling with mounted weapons. Militants, clad in tactical gear, display assault rifles, machine guns, and an anti-aircraft gun, their faces obscured by masks. The footage, shot in a rural area, captures 75 drug traffickers armed with 54 assault rifles, 9 machine guns, and 6 grenade launchers, according to the National Defense Secretariat. The display was a deliberate flex, aimed at rivals like Sinaloa and the government. The DEA commented that the video sent a clear message. CJNG sees itself as Mexico's dominant force, governing through fear and firepower. Shared widely on X, the footage sparked outrage and fear, with viewers stunned by the cartel's military-like training and equipment. The body cam, wielded as a propaganda tool, underscored CJNG's strategy of using media to project power, a tactic that has made them one of Mexico's most feared cartels. Sinaloa Cartel's narco militia documentary footage. In 2020, the Popular Front, in collaboration with 550 BC, released a short documentary featuring body cam footage filmed by a Sinaloa cartel foot soldier. The raw, unflinching video offered a rare glimpse into the lives of the cartel's narco militia, young men preparing for attacks on rival cartels like CJNG. The footage, both fascinating and disturbing, revealed the Sinaloa cartel's military-like structure and the chilling normalcy of their violent world. The body cam video follows a cartel recruit as he moves through a training camp, his camera capturing comrades in tactical gear, cleaning rifles, and loading ammunition. The footage shows armored vehicles, modified for combat, and stacks of weapons, including machine guns and grenade launchers. The recruit narrates casually, describing plans to ambush CJNG outposts, his voice devoid of fear or doubt. The video cuts to a night operation, with the body cam capturing gunmen moving stealthily through the desert, their faces obscured by masks. The Sinaloa cartel, generating billions annually, operates across all 32 Mexican states, its resources rivaling the military's. The documentary, shared on social media, stunned viewers with its portrayal of the cartel as a disciplined, well-equipped force. The footage's release was strategic, aimed at intimidating rivals and showcasing the cartel's dominance. For the recruits, many barely out of their teens, the body cam was a badge of loyalty, proof of their readiness to die for the cartel. This glimpse into their world was a chilling reminder of the machine driving Mexico's drug war. These body cam clips offer a chilling glimpse into the raw, unfiltered chaos officers face on the front lines of cartel territory. Every frame tells a story of survival, courage, and danger most can't even imagine. If you thought this was intense, there's more where that came from. Subscribe for deeper dives into the world's most disturbing real-life encounters.